Yo, what's good with y'all, man? What's good with y'all, man? Today we're gonna start out the stream. It's gonna be a real short stream. I'm just gonna let y'all know that. I say that, but it really don't be a short stream. We're coming to you late tonight, or whatnot. Just finished watching the game, and stuff like that, and taking care of other things, that we need to, or whatnot. But we definitely want to. I got to stay on schedule for us what I want to do on my platforms or whatnot. So we're gonna talk about two processors from SSL. Alrighty. Don't know what happened with that. My signal just went snip. Sorry about that if you watching that. That's a weird one. Kind of like somebody just took the snip and off your audio and just cut everything off. But I had to restart the preamp. Yep, there it goes again. So this is the problem I've been having with this preamp. I noticed, and I need to check my warranty with Sweetwater. Been noticing there's a problem with the preamp on this processor, and you'll notice that you hear that little crackling in there. So I'm not exactly sure if it's the circuitry far as the input from the microphone, that XLR, or if it's a power issue. It seems like it's a power issue because the preamp just went out, and I'll notice like when I'm in a stream that the mic will all of a sudden just get hot or whatnot. So I bought this DBX not too long ago, within the year. So I'm gonna see if there's I'm gonna call customer service on tomorrow because I got another one. Something told me to buy another one for this reason right here, and this is the latest one I bought. So we're gonna definitely check this out or whatnot. But again, I apologize for that. Anyway, we was gonna discuss SSL, okay, new processors that came out, and let me go ahead and share my screen. And I apologize if the microphone is just doing some crazy stuff tonight. I really do, but we will try to, make that happen. I only using this processor because it has a built-in gate on it, so it can block out, background noise and everything, kind of clean the signal up, or whatnot. So that's the only reason why, without actually having to go through a software and use a gate from a plugin and stuff like that. But we gon' make it. All right, cool. Let's go ahead and share the screen, if we shall be, or whatnot, and get things started. All righty, and here we go. All right, cool deal, man. We're gonna be in Ableton Live again today, of course, and we're gonna be looking at SSL products, or whatnot, and it's from this new Fusion line, or whatnot, the stereo image and also the vintage drive. Two different circuits off the Fusion, the SSL Fusion hardware processor, which is kind of like I'm not gonna say it's a mastering processor, but it's more on the strength of a sweetener. I like to say a final mix sweetener or a mix sweetener or whatever the case may be. It's not a mastering situation, but it can be used in different applications if you want to say so or whatnot. Have I ever played around with it? Hell no. I only, what I'm saying, I only seen what others do on Instagram, or excuse me, on YouTube with it. So with that being said, definitely I'm just a person that watch it from the behind the scenes, and then okay, apply it when I have my hands on the plugins themselves. Now they came out with two processors. They didn't go for the EQ section, which is on the Fusion, and they didn't go for the compressor section that was on the Fusion. And I don't know why. That can only leads me that they already have something out there on the market with their products that kind of does the same thing that the Fusion is doing. So I think if you're gonna go flagship, you got to put a product that's unique to to your name, your brand name. And I'm thinking this vintage drive is a unique situation for the Fusion hardware, and also the stereo image is a uniqueness to the Fusion hardware that they had to make it into a software format that makes any sense. So, you know what I'm saying? I'll be paying attention to the comments. I'm not doing a joint session today. And that probably be the last time. I know there's a lot of issues with audio on that joint session from last night, and I apologize for that. Just trying to see how I can, bring people in and do lives or whatnot. But I think it was user error, or whatever the case may be. They don't have a setup like I got, so some things you can't prevent in the live stream. But it's all good. I just wanted to give you guys the interaction. All right, cool deal. So let's do this. We're going to I'm gonna get with the help of Splice. We're gonna go ahead and go into Splice, and we're gonna check out how the vintage drive works. Now, I'm trying to think of a good way that I want to do this. I want to start with this vintage drive. Yeah, we'll just do that, man. We'll go ahead with the vintage drive, and we're going to go ahead and just go through some sample loops and take a look, because we just want to see what the vintage drive is doing, far as what it does, and let's talk about it in a hip-hop state of mind. Okay, and as soon as I can find a usable loop, we can try it out, and we're going to get something musical like R&B to try out this vintage drive. I think hip hop is just you're not gonna hear the difference. And I need something that's not mixed. And most of the stuff seems like it's already mixed here. Let's see. See the hard drive. So we're looking at some song starters right now. Just trying to find a loop. Something that's quiet like this right here. All right, cool deal. So yeah, I like that right there. That's a nice vibe right there. All right, cool deal. So what we're gonna do now is change our tempo to what this loop is, and we're gonna check out this SSL drive, man, and see what the hell's the business is. Why would they want to take two processors out of the SSL Fusion and make it hardware? Make it software. All right, cool deal. So we got this right here. Do a little gain staging. All right, cool. So you hear it, right? It's got a lot of, a lot of power, a lot of vibe, a lot of energy behind that loop. Okay, cool. Now we got that, right? So let's go ahead and let's go hunting for the vintage drive. And we got to go to the plugin. All right, cool deal. Now we're going to slap this on the master track, okay? Because if you were using a Fusion, you probably would use this on the master track anyway. So when you're applying your plugins, I like to tell people, apply as you would in real life. You know what I'm saying? Far as if it's going to be an EQ, if it's going to be an EQ move, if it's going to be a compressor, how you're going to use that threshold, makeup gain, all these decisions that you make, you have to make it make sense as you would using a mixer. You know what I'm saying, with your bare hands. You have to apply that same shit in the computer, in the box. Okay. So we got the vintage drive on the master track. All right. And let's go and find a drum loop to put underneath here. Okay. I just want to make it make sense. So we have this at 90. Let's check the metronome now, make sure we're good. Okay, cool deal. And let's go ahead and turn that off, and let's demo some drums real quick. We're gonna go back to our I like to call it the the treasure box, and we're gonna put drums and 90 for the tempo. Let's see what we can get. We need something boom chop chicka boom boom chop, something boom bapish. So let's see what we can find, y'all. Let's see what this is. Hopefully a mesh. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully so. Yep. This is a good one. This is a good one. So let's see what these two do. Yeah. Yo, what's going on, man? This is your boy Super Mario. You're tuned into 99.7 FM, playing all of your classic hits right now. We're gonna go ahead and go to our next song. Yeah, I used to. Yeah. Believe it or not, man, I used to be in school for that, man. Radio broadcasting. That was my major and everything like that. But unfortunately, Uncle Sam, the United States military, decided that I needed to go fight for some unforeseen reasons overseas during the early 2000s. So, you know what I'm saying? My dream for becoming a radio disc jockey or working in the radio industry got somewhat distraught there, man, and diminished. And so here I am right now. So definitely can bring that vibe. That's why I did the podcasting and stuff like that, man, just to kind of make myself feel better a little bit. But the podcasting ain't really dead. It's just on pause right now. We have other things we have to do. All right, cool deal, man. So we got a drum loop and a music loop that fits perfectly. Thank you very much for that. That actually worked out really well. All right, so what we're gonna do now is I'm gonna engage this bad boy right here. So this vintage drive and plug in. Let's go over the parameters real quick. All right, so we have let's give y'all a bigger view here. All right, so we have an input knob or a trim knob. Okay, that goes. I'm thinking the circuitry kind of goes down here into this drive knob. Okay, and that'll give you your mojo, as we like to call it, or the saturation or whatnot. And you have a saturation meter about how much saturation you're feeding into this particular processor. Now, the density right here is just basically is gonna, I like to say it's gonna give you most of the fat, the juice of the meat. And you can adjust that right there, just to give you in layman terms, because their definition of density could vary, but what I think density is and whatnot. But it's just basically, if I can explain it, you know how you have a flavor, you have a steak, you know what I'm saying? And if you cook that steak with minimal spices, you know what I'm saying, and then you put butter on it, okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? You're going to get a nice taste. But when you use those minimal spices and you put that butter on it, right? You know what I'm saying? The different flavors of that steak is going to determine how much fat content is on that steak, right? So if you have a lot of fat content, that steak might have a little bit more flavor than you trimming out all the fat you possibly can on the steak, and then you're going to have more of a meaty flavor. That's what I can picture, or how I can explain it to you guys with density. It's just going to give you a little bit more, a little bit less. It's not really a drive saturation. The drive circuit on here is more like how much heat you're going to put on that steak. You know what I'm saying? So if you want a well-done steak, okay, cool. If you want it raw, go ahead and bring back on the drive. That's how I can explain it to you. Then the dry wet mix knob is going to just basically give you all the signal, or blend in the dry signal with the process signal. Okay. The good thing I like about this is the auto gain feature, and also you have a manual output knob or trim knob here as well. And it's just basically uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco controls that you have on this particular processor right here. So that's pretty good. So we're gonna hit auto gain right here. Okay. And because I really don't want to do gain staging, because I don't know this plugin just yet. So I'm just going to put it on auto gain. So whatever I do here on the input trim, drive, density, and dry wet mix knob should compensate on the output circuit. All right. So what we're going to do now is just hit play. We're going to bring this trim down. Actually, we're going to bring the drive down, and we're going to bring the density down. Okay. And let me see if they got like a plug-in that's really minimalize all of this, and I don't think they do. Everything is at its default state. But we're going to bring this down and see if the signal is original, and that'll let me know about how this processor is set up. Let's hit play. Yeah, it's very stereo. So when we turn off the in plug-in or basically bypass it, audibly, you hear a little bit of openness once you engage this, but it's not really doing any processing for as drive is concerned, okay? So we got a little bit of drive going on, judging by the saturation. That's why it sounds a little bit open. Even though we have this turned down to the minimal as possible on the drive and density, and we have mix knob at 100%, we're still getting some type of effect in the saturation. And this LED light will let you know you still got drive coming through. So you still got an effect, even though you got it at the bare minimum. So I could just imagine if these was at 50%, what it would do. Let's test it out. All right, so as I will start creeping it up past 2.1, you start hearing it distort a little bit. It wasn't a bad distortion, but it was a clean distortion. Let's bring it back down one more time. Gives you a little bit of bite, especially on those drum loops. Okay, so it gives you a little bit of bite on your audio signal coming in, okay? It's just, and I like it. It's a clean bite, you know what I'm saying? More like a masterful bite. All right, shout out to my one viewer out there, man. Salute to you, big dog, big homie yet. Whatnot, man. Appreciate you. All right, so we got the density right here. Again, this is kind of like that fatty portion of the steak. Right now, yeah, you know what I'm saying? We it's all meat. We trimmed off all the fat and everything like that. So we're just getting pure meat, which means the audio signal. We're just getting pure audio signal. We're gonna see what this density do. Let's see how this all gonna play out. See how what's good with you, Preston? Shout out to you. Okay, so the density is just basically what I thought it is. It's just going to give you a little bit more flavor, and the best way I could describe it is, if I was to tell this person that kind of don't understand audio, I would say it makes your sound not good, but it makes it bigger. It makes it more flashier. You know what I'm saying? You definitely get more mojo out of it. You taste a little bit more fat on the steak, if that makes any sense. It's subtle, and I can hear it on my end if you're listening to the stream, because of streaming quality, going through YouTube and back to your speakers through a Bluetooth earset and everything like that. Yeah, you're probably not gonna hear it, but I can hear it in the headphones, okay? And it just opens up the sound a little bit more. It's really not doing anything to saturate or drive. It just opens up the sound. It gives you more density. If you look up the word density, it basically give you what the terminology is. Why SSL call it density, we don't know. We can read the manual if we want to, but I like to just be 100. That's what my channel is curated on, is just being 100% raw and just telling the raw truth about things. And this density now just really opens it up. Now, I have noticed on the SSL X saturator, or the saturator X, whatever it's called, they have a density knob on there as well with the saturator. And what that does is, and I used that for a while, it opens up your sound a little bit more. You could drive as much saturation as you want, but that sound is going to open up just a little bit. And it seems like it's doing the same type of circuitry, type of trickery right here. You know what I'm saying? So we open up that sound. Now notice I'm at 6.8. I'm going to bring it back down to minimum. 0. Let's check it out. Watch the knob and hear. Yeah, you can hear it in the keys. Actually, I had to stop it right there at 6.7. I can hear it in the keys, and anytime those percussion sounds or, you know what I'm saying, playing boom, boom, chop, you can hear that top, you know what I'm saying? You can hear that top get a little bit open, a little bit bigger, or whatnot. So the density knob is just basically just opening up that signal just a little bit more. And of course, you know what dry wet mix knob is. I ain't even gonna explain that to y'all. If you don't know what dry wet mix knob and you call yourself making beats and producing and engineering, you need to really pick up a book and see what dry wet mix knob is. So we're not gonna explain that. Sorry to sound harsh or whatnot, but sometimes it is what it is. Dry wet mix knob, we know what that is. So man, got it at full wet percent. We have the auto gain on. Now I'm gonna take the auto gain off. Cover your ears. This may be loud. Let's see what happens. Now I turned the plug-in off. You'll notice that the track has lost life. All right, let's turn it back on. 6, 7, 8. Okay, so I use the term life, and I don't want to say that, but it's more like you put some steroids, or the person went to the gym 3 days. The person went to the gym 3 months straight, lost 50 pounds, but gained muscle at the same time, and all that you did is just give them supplements. That's what this plug-in really kind of explains a lot of things. It just gives a color to the sound. It gives it a little bit of saturation and a little bit of openness as well without actually degrading your signal. So it's a clean circuit, and that's what I like about it. And you could definitely audibly hear the difference on my end. If you was in the studio listening to what I'm listening to, you definitely can hear it a whole lot better than it is on the stream. But I like what it's doing. I definitely will be using this on the final mixes, or the master track as I have it right here, and also in mastering applications as well, man. That's with it off. Turn it back on. Certain elements of the track pop out, like the keys, and I noticed that, like, especially with stereo instruments, that's what you need to pay attention to when you're doing applications, especially on the final mix or buses or whatnot. Pay attention to your wider sounds. How narrow and how wide do they get when you're doing certain processes or whatever the case may be? That's one thing just to pay attention to. So I like that right there. Right there. Yeah. All right, cool deal. Now, when we turn it off, you'll notice a difference. It's almost a dB, maybe like 0.8 dB gain difference. And that's with the circuit off, nothing going through it, and then you turn it back on. Even with auto gain, you still have a 0.8 dB difference between the input signal and the output signal. So what we're going to do is make this adjustment on the output trim. And the only reason why I knew that is because this little meter right here on the master track, it'll tell me how much I'm clipping. So it was at 3.3, then it went down to like, goddamn 2 point something or whatnot. But so I brought this down negative 0.8. It's not going to sound the same, but it's going to be close. Oh, yeah, actually, that's pretty goddamn good. Yeah, so the audibly, far as volume is concerned, that adjustment was spot on, but the track still appears, it still gives you the sense that it's bigger, bulkier, muscle, and bigger and stuff like that. So, I like this, man. That's some magic right there. That's some magic. That's why I call this title of this stream SSL Magic. There it is right there, man. Can't go wrong with this on hip hop tracks. You already hear this is kind of like hip hop, neo soul, R&B. Yeah, we're gonna go back to 1995, 94. You know what I'm saying? With this track, yeah. I never do like this. You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty cool right there. Now the next thing I wanted to do was to test this other plugin. It's called SSL Stereo Imager from the Fusion line as well. Now I wanted to get some vocals, some vocals from Splice and utilize those, so we can really hear those on some singing type situation. So let's go hunting for some vocal samples here. All right. So hopefully we can find some choirs. So what we're gonna do is, I like Splice. How y'all like? Y'all like Splice? Y'all let me know in the comments if you like Splice. I think Splice is pretty good. I was on the fence with it when it first started popping off. I was like, I don't know, but man, after I've seen a lot of people on YouTube, like this is their bread and butter for its production, and just fumbling through the library, and the library has grown and grown, and Splice has definitely, you know what I'm saying, bettered the platform. I'm starting to like it a whole lot, man. I think this will be a perfect example, something like this. So let's look for the 90 BPM. See if we can find some loops. I like that though. All right, we got 90 BPM. Here we go. All right, let's see what this is. All right, we got that one. All right, let's see something. Those are already sounding wide. I want something that does not sound wide. Yeah. Something like that. You hear those ad-libs? Now, if I was to put the stereo imager on there, our whole goal is to try to make those stereo ad-libs pop out just a little bit more. So I may have to go with that one, but I'm going to keep that on the back burner. I think this one would be a perfect one. Yeah, yeah. Uh-huh. Oh, that's a beat right there. Yeah, yeah. Okay then. Boy, boy, you better. Ooh, wee. All right, cool. So we're gonna use that as an example to show off the stereo spreader. So we just downloaded that. We're gonna let that sync up while that is loading up. We're gonna go to the Splice desktop app. If you're using Splice, you definitely need the desktop app to integrate your sounds that you downloaded. And you can see it's right here, ready to go for me. By the time I do that, it's moving fast for me because it just varies your internet speed. I can't guarantee you what it does on your end. That's just my disclaimer. But let's go ahead and create an audio track, and we're gonna drag that vocal sample in there. All right, here we go, y'all. We're gonna go ahead and mute that that other loop, and it's already muted. All right. So what we're gonna do now is disengage this. Actually, we're just gonna reset the parameters. Let's go ahead and reset these parameters real quick, and we're gonna bring that down to 0, 0. That. All right, cool deal. And we're gonna turn this bad boy off. Let's go to the SSL, pull that bad boy up, and we're gonna do it as if I got it set up right, because the stereo imager, I believe this is the second to last circuit in that particular hardware. All right, and what we're gonna do is turn that off. Okay, and I'm gonna keep everything on default. Let's talk about this while we have it up. Again, simplified circuitry. We have an input knob going into a shuffle. I haven't read the manual, but judging by the knobs, if you're familiar with stereo spreaders and stereo imager plugins or whatnot, when you see anything with a frequency, there is going to be a point where this frequency is going to be a crossover frequency, okay? And that means anything below 200, let's say for instance we got it set on 283 hertz. Anything below 283 hertz is going to be basically monoed, okay? And everything above 283 hertz is going to be stereo. Okay. And so anything above that 283 hertz that's in stereo is going to be affected with the stereo imager processor. Okay. Now, what space does is I have no motherfucking clue. Like real talk. I don't have no clue what the space does. And this would be a good time to pull that up. And the width, of course, we know what width is. But I'm on the fence to actually, let's go look that up, man, because I'm curious of what it is. It's something like the vintage drive. Yeah, that made sense for us. Those control. I really want to know what space does. Real talk. So let's go ahead and look that up real quick. Let me see if I can find the manual. All right, and let's see here. Hopefully we can find the manual. And I ain't got to spend all god doggone day finding the manual. Let's see here. Just looking it up for y'all. Yeah. Looking it up and I'll sing to you. Looking it up, y'all. Okay. So we'll take it. I'll take this. Okay. So we're in the actual SSL Fusion hardware user guide. And they actually have the space knob on here. So that space knob is very, very key. The frequency knob is only for a crossover. So the frequency knob ain't going to really do no voila magic. It's the space knob that's going to do the magic. The frequency knob is only there for a crossover. Okay, cool. Let's go look this bitch up. Excuse my language. Let's see here. Alrighty, let's see here. We ain't made it there yet. Okay, I'll take that all day. All right, we ain't got there yet. All right, here we go. We getting hot. I can smell it. There it is, people. There it is. All right, so I'm gonna read this verbatim because y'all probably can't see what I see, but it says the stereo image. And I'm going to put on my audible voice here for you guys. It states, and I quote, the stereo image circuit allows for true mid-side processing with the Fusion. Mid-side is a technique commonly used in mastering that separates a stereo signal into two channels, one for the sound in the centre, which is mid, of a stereo image, and the other for the sounds on the edge of the stereo image, which is the sides. The width, we all know what the width is, allows you to increase the level of side signal only to generally widen or narrow the stereo image. So, people, that's what the wide or the width knob does. It's going to focus on the sides of the stereo image. The space, this is where we at right here, folks. The space controls and allows you to experiment. Okay, this is an experimental knob. Okay, but it allows you to experiment. I know I'm saying it fucked up. Experiment. I'm being funny. It allows you to experiment with a broad boost or cut of the bass frequencies in this side signal. And this feature is based upon the often overlooked but quite brilliant stereo shuffling process technique. Never heard of stereo shuffling process technique while I was in school. So this is a new one. This must be some SSL patented information right here. Many people think of wanting to remove the bass from the side signals, but this space control may have you rethink that approach, as you can inject some really interesting depth, keyword depth, effects into the mix. Space settings beyond 4 dB on whole mixes may be too extreme. So try to stay anywhere between 2 to 4 to start out with. All right, so that's key, man. Let's talk about it. Space. It allows you to boost or cut the bass frequencies in the side signal. Okay, so let's talk about it. You have a crossover. Let's say, for instance, we got this off. Let's look at the spectrogram here. All right, let's play that voice. Yeah. Let's look at the spectrogram. See? Right here. Right smack dab here. This is where I'm assuming my crossover for what I have going on. This is where the lows separate from the low mid. Right here where my mouse is, and this information box right here at the bottom left corner is telling me right here, because you have a dip. You have all this low end information, then it kind of dips, and then it comes back up. And you have a little bump. Anytime you have a little bump when it comes dipping from the lows and it kind of bumps right here, that lets you know that's a crossover point coming from the low and then back in the low mid. You ever seen crossover graphic where it has like the little thing right here and then it kind of does this right here and it makes an X? Well, just imagine that's an X right there, okay? So you got to put some logic into it or whatever. And of course, Ableton Live going to make it easy for you guys, because you see all this right here, that's lows, mids, mids, highs. So they made it easy for you. Boom, right here. 245 hertz, roughly. It's only an estimate, but roughly. Okay. So judging by the live graphics, 254. We was close. So let's set this at 254. Now, what it's telling me now, on this crossover frequency knob, you can attenuate or boost bass frequencies above 254 hertz. Okay. Everything below 254 hertz is going to be basically mid information or mono. Okay. And everything above 254 hertz, everything is going to be side information. But within that side information, the space will allow you to boost or attenuate or cut the bass frequencies. So we got drums and vocals. I think this would be a perfect example to really hear what's going on in the side information when it comes to this space knob. Let's go. Let's cut first. Listen to the bass drum. You really don't have that thickness into it. Now let's bring it back up to the 0. Yeah, you hear the meat of the kick drum. All right, I'm gonna cut it one more time. Yeah, you hear the kick drum, the energy of the kick drum kind of dissipates, right? All right, let's go ahead and boost on the loop. Here we go, y'all. Let's go extreme. Yeah, I can start hearing it in the low mids. Listen to that tom in the drum. Okay, so when you're analyzing audio, this is a technique that we used to do in audio school. Okay, if you look in the picture, I ain't got a lot of people. Somebody told me I didn't have a degree in a comment, but if you can see right there, right above the end of yo sign, this the sign right there, right here. Yeah, this sign, you look up there, that's a degree right there, okay? So somebody told me I didn't have a degree and quit saying that. That right there, man. I'm glad you're top of the class in audio engineering, bro. And it's an accredited school, by the way. So I'm just telling y'all, I'm not trying to be egotistical or whatnot, but I hate when somebody say you didn't do anything. And I have to tell you, that's why I had to put that up there. So now you can go ahead. I don't want to take it down, but I got another copy. And I'm going to probably make copies of it and show y'all, just in case somebody say that in the comments next time. But that's my degree right there, man. Audio engineering, okay? So how you analyze instruments and how you listen through and you can kind of tell what's what or whatnot is this right here. So we was affecting that knob, that space knob, and we said at a crossover frequency, the side information for us, the bass frequencies or the low frequencies or whatnot will be attenuated or boost above the crossover frequency. So if crossover frequency is the shuffle, and then the space is going to be how much you boost or cut the low frequencies, right? Well, we listening to this drum loop with the vocals. The one instrument that's really going to tell on itself and how you can recognize what the space knob is doing is the tom in the drum. If you know what a tom is, it's do 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 do. Because that carries not a lot of, you know what I'm saying, bass frequencies as far as it being in the low. You know, if you take four band EQ and you say low, mid, high. Okay, most of your toms are gonna live in the high mid and the low mid, as far as frequency response or frequency range. And so the tom really gonna tell you how much lows you're affecting, because we have a crossover point above 240 something, right? Okay, so that's like the lows is really out of the question, right? So the tom's really gonna let you know how much or lows you have versus how much you don't have. So let's play that one more time. I'm going to put that back on 0. All right, cool. Put that back on 0. I'm gonna cut and then I'm gonna boost. I need you to listen in to the tom. And what I was gonna get to is when we was in school, okay, the toms, you have to listen through the mix. The professor or the instructor, he'll put on a random song. You know what I'm saying? If it was a whole bunch of hip hop dudes in there, you know what I'm saying, he'll put on something like bluegrass. And he'll tell you, write down what you hear far as the instruments and where they placed that in the stereo field. And how far is the instrument front to back? And we had to write this down. If we don't write this down and put it in a graphical situation, like if the guitar was on the left, we have to draw a line in the, we have to do like a cross, you know what I'm saying? Or, you know what I'm saying? A big old T line and then one vertical. And we have to list those instruments from left to right and from top to bottom. Top meaning in your face, bottom meaning in deep, you know what I'm saying, kind of like way out there, way behind me, you know what I'm saying, in your face for us, the top is right here, you know what I'm saying, that in your face, it will be more like your snares and your claps and your, you know what I'm saying, sometimes hi-hats, vocal, you know what I'm saying, or whatnot. So what you're doing is you're recognizing different elements in the mix for as how it sits. When they say depth of mix, that's what they're talking about. When they say, what's the width, you know what I'm saying? Width meaning left to right, you know what I'm saying? Where does it sit? Placement in the stereo field, in the stereo image. You know what I'm saying? All those terminologies and whatnot, it makes sense. So that's why I want you guys to listen into the tom, because if you could differentiate, if you can make a difference between the tom and the rest of the drums, you're doing exactly what we used to do in school. That's why my channel is a learning channel. So I want you to listen in, close your eyes. If you know what a tom is and you know what it sounds like, listen in and listen to the tom low frequencies. And I guarantee you, you're going to hear it. All right. I'm not going to say anything. I'm going to say I'm at -12 cutting frequencies. And I'm going to say I'm at a positive value boosting frequencies. And that's going to be the low frequencies I'm talking about, above 243 hertz. All right, let's do this. -12. Zero default, 0 dB. Six dB. .8 dB. Now I'm gonna tell y'all a trick. The plug-in not on, right? Okay. You might be saying, well, man, you ain't know. No. I'm gonna tell y'all a trick, man. Something that I learned in a studio here in Houston. I mix studios. Bruce Takara, and Steve-O, Black Car Steve-O. You know, you can look them up. Bruce Bang and Black Car Steve-O on Instagram. Learn from them guys or whatnot. That was my internship at one time. Sometimes when you make moves on a plug-in, you can hear through the plug-in. How the fuck that makes sense? Check this out. You can hear through the plug-in because there's ones and zeros when it comes to plugins. It's not electricity like it is in the hardware. So when you hear those ones and zeros, you're turning those ones and zeros and the data and everything like that, but you can hear through the plugin. Now, when I say when you can hear through the plugin is because, you know what I'm saying, your mind is understanding what the plugin is doing. Therefore, you're transforming your mind to understand, hey, when I make a change at 9.8 dB, I can hear it. And y'all can hear it very subtly, but you can hear it. Now, when I turn this on, you're definitely going to hear what I'm talking about at, let's say, -12 dB. I'm going to put it on -12 dB. You can look at it right now. Okay, so what you was hearing was a subtle difference. When I turned it on -12 dB, I went to 0, and then I went to, you know what I'm saying, 9.8 dB. You heard the drums get a little thicker. It was very minute, but it was very thicker. The plug-in wasn't even on. That's when you're listening. When you're listening and you know what you're listening for, you can hear it before it's actually on. That's true engineership. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to audio, a lot of people don't understand that. It's because we're so fixed on looking at, you know what I'm saying, what it is and not using your ears. Now, when we turn this on, of course, we're going to hear a drastic sound between -12 and then 9.8 dB. I will hope so if they built this plugin right. It is SSL from Oxford, England. You know what I'm saying? So if you could have hear the difference between -12 and 9.8 dB, you're listening with your ears. You understand what I'm saying? And you have an ear for music. If you didn't understand, you couldn't hear it, then there's a problem right there. And there is a such thing. Start doing some EQ boosting and cutting and whatnot. If you're good at EQ, if you're good at understanding and hearing compression and all these other different parameters and whatnot, you will hear what's going on. It's many a times where I'll just go and I'll turn on the reverb or turn on the delay and I'm hearing it. But I'm looking at the controls because I understand what that control is doing. Therefore, I can hear it. I know it doesn't make any sense to somebody, but I guarantee some of these plugins that they built good, you can hear through the plugin. All right, so we're going to put this back on 0. I'm going to engage this plugin, right? Just to be fair. Now, I want you to hear the difference. Okay, here we go. That's at 0, right? Now, again, we're going to do the test with the plug-in on. -12. 5 dB. .8 dB. -12. Look at the graphics in the middle. .12 dB. .0 dB. So you can hear the difference. It really wasn't too much of a difference. And you want to know why? If you had good ears, you're listening through, you know what I'm saying, hopefully some good monitoring or whatnot. It's really not too much of a difference. It's an audible difference, but it's not too much of a difference to me. Okay. And it again, this varies or whatnot, but, you know what I'm saying? There's the tom just really, it thickened up, you know what I'm saying? Like it's supposed to, in the side information. You really didn't hear it for as like a EQ. Now, somebody probably would misplace the terminology space when they read the manual, and they be like, oh yeah, anything above 243 hertz and you boost it up, it's gonna be, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna get a thicker sound on the low end. Nah, because what you're affecting with the space is side information. You have a mid and then you have a side. You know what I'm saying? Extreme right, extreme left, and then everything else in the middle. That's mid-side processing. Okay, so everything in extreme left and extreme right that fits in between that in the middle, you know what I'm saying? That's what you're going to hear when you're boosting the space or you're cutting the space. It's going to be those low frequencies that's above 243 hertz. So that tom was the key thing for us, what we needed to pay attention to. And so it thickened up that tom just a little bit, or whatever the case may be. Now I'm going to put it back on 5.5 dB, which I thought was suitable. Okay. And then we're going to check out the width. Key thing, pay attention to this little Spectra Stereo Imager graphical situation right here, okay? Now, I haven't looked at this. I'm not looking at this. I'm looking at the push. But y'all look at that. Check it out. Ooh, god damn, that sounds good in a motherfucker. Instantaneously, I heard that motherfucking stereo image spread like a motherfucker. Yeah, at 0.5 dB, a half a dB, I can already hear a drastic change on how wide the stereo image got. Okay, now let me bump it up to 1 dB. Oh shit, y'all hear them vocals though? Now, if you listen to the drums, pay attention to what drum instrument is sticking out left and right. Certain elements of the snare and some of the hi-hats and rides and the cymbals and stuff like that you hear. There's like a little ride cymbal they hit right there. So that is also being affected. Okay, so let's break this down. So you have a width and you have a space knob. Well, let me break it down for you guys. So that space knob, when we added 5.5 dB of that low information, you know what I'm saying, above the crossover frequency at 243 hertz, and then we widen that signal, just imagine You know what I'm saying? We're taking all that information, okay? And let me get this on the semi big screen for y'all to make this make sense. So this is your extreme left, extreme right, okay? Extreme left, extreme right. Well, yeah. My left, your right. My right, your left. However y'all see it in the goddamn camera. You know the difference. You know the vibes. Anyway, so you got a crossover frequency, right? At 243 hertz, or actually 254 hertz. Excuse me. I'm sorry. And what we did was we boosted everything to the left and to the right above 254 hertz at 5.5 dB. So just look at my knuckles. Just imagine now it's being flat and you're doing this. So now that little indentation is where you was at 0 dB. And my knuckles is at the peak of 5.5 dB. Okay. Now what we did with the width knob is did this. You know what I'm saying? So you go from here, that's the width knob where it's at right now. You bring back that space knob to 0, you're here. I can't draw it out on the dry erase board, but I can show you like this. So this is 0 on the space knob. Then you bump that space knob up to 5 dB. Then you spread the width. So now what you have done is you have altered that stereo image and really made some things come out. So you have a lot of things that still fall above 200, or you have, of course, a lot, you know what I'm saying? But you separate, you know what I'm saying, the kicks, most of the bass instrument fundamental frequencies. All of that stuff is going to sit below 254 hertz. Everything else, far as the whole damn mix, basically, is sitting above 254 hertz. And I can tell you, when you bump that up, again, you're going to bring out some good stuff and some not good stuff. But you're going to bring it out just a little bit. But you got to use your ears. And once you bring it out and you bump that up and then you do the stereo spread with, your mix is going to appear bigger. Because, again, everything here, let's say you had a lot of dots above my fingertips and whatever, and you bring it up and boom, right there. Now you made the stereo image come from here to here. It's like coming from here to here and then here. You know what I'm saying? So you just bringing that. I say the space will bring everything forward and then spread with the width and everything like that. But it makes the mix appear bigger. And if I was to turn this off, you'll definitely hear what I'm saying. Turn it back on, and here we go now. You notice those background vocals kind of creep up just a little bit and they sound wider, and that's what this plugin doing. I really love it because the width, the space, it makes a difference, but the space works in conjunction with the width knob, and I understand why this this doggone Fusion processor is a motherfucker, bruh. Like, you know what I'm saying? This is about $2,500 to $3,000. There go that microphone again. $3,000 processor, but I can understand why it's so much, because when it comes to detail, that drive section and that stereo imager really doing the job. I mean, really, when you look at the EQ, it's a valid EQ and it's a very nice EQ, but when you break it down, it's a 2-band EQ, a low shelving and a high shelving plug-in, if you ask me. And then the compressor ain't nothing but it's a freaking high frequency chain. It's a high frequency compressor. So it has a crossover point, and whatever that crossover point is in the mid range is going to be compressed. So that's basically all it is. So, I mean, you can really achieve that by, you know what I'm saying, configuring a EQ and, you know what I'm saying, doing some engineering, some nerd shit with your plugins, you can achieve this circuitry. Of course, you can find you any EQ that has a low shelf and a high shelf. But this vintage drive is different. Okay. And also the stereo image is different. And while we're in here, let's take a look at that density. So the density is just basically a cross between second and let's see here. Yeah, it's a cross between different harmonics or whatnot. And harmonics is it's basically spot on with my analogy with the fat and trim fat of a steak. You know what I'm saying? Harmonics, second and third harmonics give you different flavors. Second is going to be darker. Third harmonics is going to be a little brighter and open. You know what I'm saying? And that's basically like fat on a steak. So we was close by with the terminology or whatever case may be. But I like the blend between these two right here. So let's turn this back on. We got two plugins stacked on top of each other. Let's check it out. Ooh, you heard that mix now, right? Yeah. That's with no EQ and compression. That's it. I'm telling y'all, man, this is good, but this is real good. And I'm going to tell you why I like this plugin trumping this plugin. You want to know why? It's because a lot of times we as at home in the box mixing engineers and beat makers and producers, we have a struggle of trying to make our mixes wide and stuff like that. It's not that you're not doing what's right or you're doing what's wrong. That's not the case. We're running everything through a computer. Everything is digital. Everything is ones and zeros, and it's not electricity. Now, I'm not saying this is the holy grail of shit. You know what I'm saying? Hell fucking no. I'm not saying that. You know what I'm saying? But this is probably the best interpretation of a stereo imager in a software format I came across in a very, 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 very long times. Some of these stereo image plugins, they do it, but they don't do it wholeheartedly. And what I mean by wholeheartedly is it seems like you just turning the volume up on the left and the right signal. This thing is a different animal, and you can really hear the stereo image being processed versus a volume adjustment. That's key. This processes the stereo image the way it needs to be versus other stereo images. I feel like it just kind of do something in the background to turn up the left and the right situations and not really focus on frequency in that retrospect. Okay. So yeah, I really like this plugin because it really will make a difference on your background vocals. So if you're working with an R&B singer or you're stacking vocals and you saying, what, a love like this, what, a love like this, what, a love like this, So you stack all those three vocals together on top, you know what I'm saying, and you spread them out. You know what? Fuck it, man. Look, let's do the goddamn test, man. Yeah, let's do it. So when you stack vocals on top of each other, it's gonna appear a little bit wider in the mix. Okay, so let's do that. Let's fuck around. Let's do that. Yeah, I'm game. Y'all game? Shit, I'm game. Let's game. So let's get this shit out the way. All right, cool. We gonna vibe. And I can't express my gratitudes to SSL. I'm telling you, man, if I had $1 million and somebody give me $1 million in a studio and they say, big dog, you need to go buy your console. Shit, I'm going to look straight from Oxford, England, US made. I'm finding it brand spanking new, man. We getting an SSL console, bro. And everything SSL outboard I just love the brand and the audio that it brings. Okay, so we're gonna record some bullshit vocals in here, and yeah, okay, let's do this right quick. All right, there we go, and We need to fix something here. Ooh. I need not to. Okay, there we go. All right. I think y'all gonna hear it on my end, so let me do this real quick. I thought, okay, cool. Yeah, we're just gonna turn that off right there, man. And you're gonna hear it in hopefully you won't hear it. Yeah, because I'm gonna have to. Nah, it should be good. Okay. All right. So what I did was just turn off the monitoring, and you should be able to hear me. Let me double check that on my end real quick. Yeah, you should be able to hear me now. All right. So we're gonna stack vocals. All right, here we go. A love like this. A love like this. A love like this. A love like this. All right, cool. Gonna put that back on auto. Take that off. A love like this. 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 All right, let's go ahead and record this one. I forgot what the hell I said. A love like this. Let's take it up high, higher octave. And let's bring this volume up right here. A love like this. A love like this. A love like this. A love like this. Yeah. Okay, I added an extra word in there. All right, cool. Let's do another one, and let's turn this one up. A love like this. A love like. Oh, it recorded the doggone vocals. Damn, I forgot I'm on a totally different mixer here, so it's gonna record the beat too. Damn, let's do this again. Let me try to figure this out real quick. Okay. Yep. Yep, that's what I thought. All right, cool. So we should be able to record the doggone vocals by itself. Let me do a test. Sorry, y'all. 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3. I did not know that. That's awesome. All right, cool. I learned something about my mixer. I'm using the Yamaha MG10 XUF. All right. So what we're gonna do now is just turn that off. You probably won't be able to hear me. Let me do another audio test here. Make sure y'all can hear me. Test 1, 2. Hey. Okay, so that ain't working. All right. Yeah, so I may not have to. Okay, yeah. It ain't gonna motherfucking work. Shit. Yeah, it ain't gonna work. I'm gonna have to do I'm gonna have to hook up the other situation outside of this one right here, because or I'm just gonna have to figure that part out. But I could have sworn when you do that. Yeah. Okay. Now that's different right there. All right. So let's put this one on 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Yeah. So yeah, it just ain't gonna work, folks. I apologize for that. I'm gonna have to use a different audio input in doing so. But y'all, you should understand. You know what I'm saying, when you stack vocals on top of each other. Now, what we can do is throw this stereo imager on those background vocals, just on the background vocals, and really fuck them up. So let's go ahead and solo this. So let's check on our crossover frequency is going to be about right here at 140 hertz. .dB increase in low frequency. Only did that because these vocals are already processed. And you can hear the difference. So you can hear all that low information we raised up and we spread, and you can turn it down. And guess what? Check this out. Solo side. That's all the solo. That's all the side information that we affected right here. Solo. We just took the middleman out. Check this out. Yeah, that low information I was telling y'all about is gone bye-bye. It's at -12. You hear it getting introduced again. So we was at 7.1 dB. Now check this out. I'm going to reduce the width. Oh, so it makes sense now, right? Yeah. I told y'all. Yeah, you soloed the side and you made it the width narrow. You don't hear it as much. But when you increase that width, check this out. Oh, yeah, you turn up that. Yeah, yeah. Unsolo it. What you just did was you brought back the middleman in here, okay? Again, the side information disappears. You just reintroduce and amplify the side information. This plugin is really, really good. And for background vocals, if you're a background vocalist, this is for you. This is for you. A lot of people that like to play pianos and strings and orchestrated type of sounds and pad sounds, a lot of horns, not too much synths. I think this would be an overkill on synths. If you're doing drums, for example, this would be real good for overheads. Really, really good for overheads. God damn good for overheads. Ad libs, hip hop. Ad libs, you know what I'm saying? Background vocals for us, hooks is concerned. This would be real good. Goddamn, what else for hip hop? Yeah, ad libs, strings, brass sounds. I wouldn't use this on synths. And if you're going to use it on synths, be very, very careful. Otherwise, you'll take your synths out of phase. And I wouldn't want that happen with you guys. But other than that, this is a really, really good instrument on individual bus channels and also the master mix channel, whatever you call it in your DAW. And Ableton Live, it's the master channel. So it's a really good process on its own right there. Hey guys, this has been it for tonight. I just wanted to talk with y'all and stuff like that, man. This has been it for tonight. Just a little bit, man. We're checking out some SSL Magic, staying on schedule. Short stream right here. Just explaining what those processors do and stuff like that, man. We went over, here we go. We went over Vintage Drive, you know what I'm saying? Really, really good instrument. And you can tell we driving this bad boy like crazy. You can hear the drive saturation. So guess what? If you want to back off of that, see how much it is in the red right here? Back off the drive. See how clean that signal got? Oh, let me turn it up for you. Oh, okay. You couldn't hear, right? Okay, I got you. You hear that clean, saturated distortion? Bring it back down. Right here in the middle. That's good saturation. That's good saturation too in the red. It's just not what we want. At least to my ears. But baby, for you, you may like that. Your prerogative. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Now you see with this and this, check this out. Turn both of them off. Watch those vocals diminish. Oh, what happened to the vocal? Those are extreme settings, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, we checked out these two processors, and we like them, man. I love them, and they definitely gonna be riding on my mix buses and my master tracks or whatnot for us, just to enhance the sound and really just give it one step closer to analog, which would never ever happen unless it's an actual device where you plug it into the wall. But it's been inside a computer, you know what I'm saying? This is one step closer to having something as real as possible for as circuitry is concerned. So that's it, man. That's SSL Solid State Logic out of Oxford, England. The Fusion Analog Color, or should we say, oh, you know what? Hold on. We can't end this video like this because I wanted to do a comparison. Let me see if I still have it. I think I got rid of it, but let's see here. I'm gonna let y'all jam to that real quick. Let me check something on my side real quick. Hey. Real quick, hey, what I'm thinking about Acoustica. Let me see if I still have it. No, I don't. Check here out. Oh, check here out. Yeah. Nope, I don't have it. Think I uninstalled it. Yep, I uninstalled it. Doggone. I think I uninstalled it, folks. Yeah, I don't have it. Dang it. Now that I remember. Yep, I did. Yeah, I remember uninstalling it a long time ago. Yeah, so it was this plugin right here, and it was free when it first came out. And I think I still got the original installer. I mean, I don't need it because I didn't like it. But it was this plugin right here. Let me look. Oh shit, acoustic. Hold on one second, y'all. Acoustic. Yeah, damn, I forgot the name of it. Or whatnot. Shit. Let me hit Caesar. Y'all jam it out today. Let me find this. Find this plugin for y'all so y'all can see it. Yeah. Acoustica. That's what it was. Acoustica, not Acoustaca. Acoustica. Yeah. Yeah. Damn, I can't spell Acoustica. There it is. All right. Here we go, y'all. Here we go, y'all. Yes, sir. Let me see if I can find it. I think I'm still logged in. Yeah, I'm still logged in. That's weird. Let's see here. Oh, they got a subscription-based situation here? That's interesting. All right, I'm just trying to pull this up for you guys. Let me see if it'll remember me. Nope. Let's see here. I'm trying to remember. Oh yeah. It was under free. They ain't got it under free no more, y'all. So you have to pay for it now. Yeah, buddy. Just looking over it just to make sure. I know it's in here though. Yeah, they don't have it no more, y'all. Yep, they don't have it no more. Let's see. Let's go to effects and let me just get y'all acquainted with what the hell I'm looking at. So this is Acoustica website, and they make some really good plugins, but you gotta have like when I say you gotta have a custom made computer, you gotta have a custom made computer to run these plugins, because they take up a lot of PC processing, man, a lot. But I don't see it. But it was an emulation of the Fusion that this company made, and they ran a special, I think that was in 2019, where you can get the free version of this. And I jumped on it when they ran that promotion, and it's been quiet since. So I don't know if they got in trouble, because it wasn't licensed with SSL. I don't know if they got in trouble with SSL and they had to put SSL put a no clause on them or something like that. I'm not exactly sure, but I'm scouring around through the website, and I really don't see it, man. So I don't think they have it anymore. And I forget the name. I think it was Celeste or something like that. Celeste or whatever. But I don't see it in here, so I'm not gonna too much worry about it, man. But like I said, they this is pretty good, man. And I definitely, you know what I'm saying, each one of these plugins is like $150 on sale, if it's still on sale. And you can get it. This is gonna be a part of the bundle, the SSL Dwindle all access bundle that they have. Is going to be a part of it, you know what I'm saying? And it's going to be a good grab. I wonder what they're going to kind of come up after this right here, but these are really good processors for your mixes, especially if you're working with vocals and overall mixes and stuff like that, bus channels and everything. So take advantage of this, man. Really, really, really good processors. And you know what I'm saying, it has to work for your type of production. It doesn't just work on everything, but when it does work on it, it definitely will give you magic, man. Hey man, I appreciate y'all tuning in. You know what I'm saying, chopping it up with your boy Super Mario. Y'all know what to do on YouTube, man. Go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe. You know what I'm saying? I shouldn't have to tell y'all to do that, because do it, man. And we teach the real over here on this channel and stuff like that, man. And I just appreciate everyone checking out a video, liking, commenting, and interacting in these videos. You interact and it just make me want to do more videos. Yeah, man. But anyway, you know what I'm saying, I appreciate y'all, man. Tomorrow I'll probably be on live all day. I just like to share what I'm doing in the studio and stuff like that, man. You know what I'm saying? And before I get up out of here, I want to talk some real stuff with y'all or whatnot. I should be doing a podcast episode on this or whatnot, man. But you know, living through these times right now, especially during this pandemic, where, you know what I'm saying, we're kind of somewhat sheltered at home, or whatever the case may be. You really need to watch your mental health, man. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of people we know that, you know, I hate to bring this up, that dealing with COVID-19 or has dealt with it, and, you know what I'm saying, went on to the heavens of be, whatever the case may be. And that takes a toll of us, or whatnot. So, you know why a lot of people getting into music? Because this is one of the ways we cope with things. You know what I'm saying? Music make us feel good about ourselves. Music makes us express ourselves. Music brings the best out of ourselves. Music takes us to a different escape. Just like when you hear this vocal, one person thinks another way, another person thinks another way, and another person thinking another way. But it takes us out of our vessel. It takes us out of our element for a few seconds and makes us really put us in a thing. This song could have been a hit back in 1994, 95, when we had the Q-tips of the worlds and the Busta around, like when Busta was Busta and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? When we used to watch, I keep using goddamn Tribe Called Quest era, but that era right there, you know, Wu-Tang Clan, when they made these type of tracks back in those days or whatnot, a track's supposed to take you back. It's supposed to add a memory or do a memory upon you or whatever case may be. My point is that be creative, you know what I'm saying? And allow your creativity to be expressive. Don't be scared to express yourself. Right now we live in a world where, you know what I'm saying, everybody wants to be right and everybody wants to be wrong. Think about that. Everybody want to be wrong, but they don't know why they're being wrong. They're just being wrong because they think wrong is cool. But everybody want to be right when it's time to be right. So with that being said, is that there's no rules in this dimension of what I like to call music is a dimension. There's no rules in that dimension. You do what you do to make it feel good for you and make it feel good for your client or your audience and stuff like that. And if you can achieve that, and you're doing your job. If you're pissing somebody off because you're doing something different, you're doing your job. So, you know what I'm saying? Do your job. That's make good music. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Make music that's different and it's not a trend. If you're doing the trend stuff, and we all got to do trend stuff as producers and engineers and all these other beat makers, we got to do trendy stuff sometime because we're in a business. But at the same time, if you keep it true to yourself, man, it may not come when you want it, but it'll come right on time. Everybody's probably heard that line before, but that's real talk. You know what I'm saying? Do what you do and stay true to you, and people gonna recognize that truth. Just real talk and stuff like that, man. So that's my realness of the night, man. We're gonna go ahead and get up out of here again. I wanted to keep this video short. We did less than an hour and a half. So what we're gonna do is sign out. Again, y'all can follow me on Instagram at @SuperMario_producer. You see it right above my head. Oh, you see it. You know what I'm saying? Follow me on Instagram there. And also, you know what I'm saying, subscribe here on this channel. Hit the like button. You know how to work all that shit. You know how to follow somebody on Instagram. You know how to follow somebody on YouTube to subscribe. So go ahead and do that, man. Let's be grown folks. If you support, you support. And if you don't, man, hey, I'm just going to keep entertaining you guys. And I'm going to do me because I'm going to stay true to myself and stay true to others. And just keep it all the way a buck. We out of here, man. And I'm going to give y'all my radio voice. We're going to go ahead and sign out right now. It is 12:13 a.m. Riding on the freeway. We're going to go ahead and sit out. We like to give a shout out to our sponsors. A&P Grocery. Right down there on 22nd Street, where they sell the nice canned sodas. Go ahead and go buy your 12-pack. And also put in your number to get 5 cents off the gas. Alrighty. For everyone that was on our request line, go ahead and follow us on Instagram. Or you can check us out tomorrow night at 11 p.m. Central Standard Time. And we'll be taking your request, and everything else on the line. I'm just fucking with y'all, man. Let me get the fuck up out of here, man. Y'all be easy, bro. I just feel like I want to make y'all laugh or whatnot, man. Oh, and yet y'all can follow me on TikTok as well, man. Super Mario_JCS. I'm gonna have to change my little banner and put my TikTok up there for my two fake people. Yeah, that's what it was. Preston, appreciate you, big dog. You always come through in the clutch, man. Celestial, yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, it should be in there for free. They probably, I don't know if that thing's still up or not. I didn't see it, man. I might have to go back. Hold on, let me see. I'm gonna let y'all vibe out to that. Let's see here. I thought that was the name, Celestial, man. Yeah, it actually is. Here it goes, people. Hold on, I can't end my stream giving y'all information. This is it right here, y'all. Released on May 6th, so they updated it. The last update on it was May 21. Let's see if we can pull it up. Preston, man, that's my dude. He always come in the clutch. So this is Acoustica Audio, and it's under the Aquarius Web branch of their website. So that's why it wasn't on a main website. You have to go to the Aquarius Web tab, and then it'll be underneath here. Okay, cool deal. And Celestial is a suite, consists of mix, master bus, and mastering edition situation. These plugins are now part of the Big Ssl suite. So This is it. This is the SSL Fusion remake of acoustic audio, and that makes some really good plugins. I have to tell you, they're really, really good. But like I said, they're gonna tax your motherfucking PC. And you can see some of the tube situation here. Let me see if I can blow this window, this picture up, and it won't let me. Let me see if I can zoom in. Let's see what's zoom. Let's zoom in. There we go. All right, cool deal. Let me see. Oh, I'm talking. Y'all can't see it. All right, there we go, man. So this is it, folks. All right, there you go. It comes good on the screen now. All right, so you can see the green is gain staging. They call it teal staging, which is nothing but the drive circuit. Again, I talked about the harmonics. You got your harmonics right there, and you have a texture knob. So that texture knob is basically going to represent density, lack of a better words. You have the infrared EQ. Again, what I said it was low and high shelving. You see it right there, low shelving, high shelving. You have the filter section, which is kind of like a filter section that feeds into the dynamics, which is on the Fusion, the high frequency compressor. And last but not least, you have, now I ain't gonna lie to you, when I used this plugin, that stereo spread was the bread. This is what made the plugin do the red, the orange, and the blue section job. This really brought out the red, the orange, and the blue. That stereo spread. So that stereo spread is really, 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 really powerful. Whatnot. This is important because this is the first step when you go through all of this. This ain't nothing but a mediocre mastering grade EQ that utilize high and shelving, filter, a doggone compressor with a sidechain filter, and then you utilize the stereo spread to really make that signal pop out and be really good. Again, if you like this, man, you can go to AquariusPowered.com, okay? Or just Google Aquarius Web. You will find this, and it should be free. I don't see a pricing situation on here. And everybody's saying they're loving it. That's good. Let's see. Yeah, I think it's still free, man, or whatnot. But yeah, definitely get that right there. Try it out. Or whatever the case may be. The size right here, you can see it, 304 megabytes. It's a channel strip underneath the Acustica. And that is that, man. So definitely grab that, y'all. Cool. So we're going to get up out of here, man, again. Appreciate y'all, man. Let me give a shout out to Preston, man. Let me go ahead and show your comment, big dog. That's that dude right there. That's that dude, man. He always coming in through the clutch. This is the plugin that we've been talking about right here. So he told y'all Celestial should be in there for free. So if you go to AquariusPowered.com, or if you go to the home button, let's see here, and you'll see it right there. And if you click on it, I don't see where you can buy it or something like that. Oh, you got to purchase it through the Aquarius app. So you have to download the desktop app, and then I think that's where you can go ahead and buy it, because in that app, you have to set up like PayPal information. So if you want to go buy other things, that's, let's say, for instance, you want to go buy this EQ or this channel strip or whatnot, you set up your PayPal, and I think you could pay through that or whatnot. But don't take my word for granted on that or whatnot. So yes sir, man. So shout out to Preston C coming through, you know what I'm saying, checking me out and stuff like that, man. If you got any time tomorrow, catch it on the playback. I'll probably be doing some streaming. I got the whole weekend to myself. The wife is going back home to her home state, so I'm gonna be getting a lot of work in. I think I'm gonna finalize my album this weekend. All songs are mixed. I just need to go and just do the car test. So we're going to do the car test this weekend. We're going to mix them down, bounce them down, and we should be putting this bad boy out before November, or in the process of putting it out in November. We still got to get covers and stuff like that. But yeah, man, that's where we at, man. And I hope you guys are getting there and putting out music and stuff as well, man. So yeah, man, y'all be easy out there. Y'all be safe and have a great weekend. If I don't see you guys, catch me on the playback this weekend. If I do stream, we're definitely gonna cover. We're gonna make some beats with Arcade. We just gonna sit down, and I'm not even gonna have this mic on because I have a tendency to talk. I'm probably gonna just have it over here and just talk. You feel what I'm saying? But we're gonna do what I call, or a lot of people call, silent beat making, and I'm just gonna make beats. And I haven't done that in a while. My 4-year-old son takes up a lot of my time when I do have free time. And so when I got to do it, I got to work in spurts or sprints is what they call it in the corporate world. So I got to work in sprints where I'm doing something real fast, go to the next task, do it real fast, then repeat the process and do another phase of it or whatever the case may be. So I'm just going to sit down Saturday and I'm gonna go buy I'm gonna go buy a 6-pack of beer, a IPA, Samuel Adams, or no, not Samuel Adams, I'm forgetting. It's a company out here, St. Arnold's, hometown brewery company out here in Houston, IPA beer with a high alcohol content. And I'm just gonna make beats the whole night. And I'm gonna do it unplugged, silent. I'm gonna talk. I'm gonna have the mic on. I'm gonna have to say something, but I'm just gonna enjoy making beats because I haven't done that in a while. And it's funny, like what you used to do and what you're doing now, how times change and stuff like that, and how your family affects, you know what I'm saying, what you do. And so again, balance. We all gotta find balance, man. So yeah, bro. That's some good mood music, man, because I feel like I want to just do a podcast, whatever case may be. So me and my wife actually going to be doing that. We got a little thing we're going to come out with, and kind of like what I'm talking about. We're going to do some motivational stuff, and, you know what I'm saying, while we can incorporate some music. So we're working on that behind the scenes, and we're trying to get that to go live. Right now, it's just volleyball season. She's a coach, so it's just hard to, you know what I'm saying, get her in the studio and do some things and whatnot. So we got some things on point, on deck, and ready to go. So like I said, it's excited, man. Wait the process, man. And trust me, it'll come. We out of here, man. I promise. I'm hitting the end button right now and turning my camera off. Man, y'all be easy out there.